Well, we took a trade already. I would be on break even. I would have broke even for it if I didn't grab that 1-to-1 return. It did hit my original target of 2-to-1 up here, so that's disappointing, but the bell's opening at any second, and I didn't want to stay in the trade with the bell coming so close. The idea with this strategy is you want all these higher time charts going in the same direction and the lower time charts going in the same direction, so you're basically getting the 15-minute, the 5-minute, the hour chart, and right on down to the minute chart all going in the same direction, and that's when you look for your setup. So, is the bell open yet? A couple seconds here to go. Trading MNQ. Looking for a possible bell is now open. Good. I'm gonna work on this strategy here today. I'm gonna put it on the simulator. Okay, this is the setup.
Order submitted.
Stop out underneath this pivot level. The setup is quite simple. All the time charts are going in the same direction. When you get a pullback, basically you're just looking for a 3-bar reversal where you get some kind of engulfing pattern taking out the red candles. But these moving averages have to be in order. You don't want them crossing, because that's telling me that higher time charts are still going up. Okay, even though the lower time charts here on the minute, or in this case the 500 tick, is going down, that's what you want. You want the lower time charts to go down so that you can get a decent price, get a decent setup. So it came down anywhere in between these two moving averages, but I didn't get an engulfing pattern anywhere in here. You can see that none of the green actually took out the red. None of the green candles were strong enough, so I waited until we got down here. I'm gonna break even on this thing. This is just a simulator, but you gotta stay in the mindset, professional mindset. And now if it takes stop me up for break even, that's fine. This is the pivot that was the stop loss area. If it engulfs again, well, see, once it starts going sideways, and then once these major moving averages start, this one's dipping, and they start tightening and squeezing, I'm gonna wait now. Wait, because once you get these three crossing under this 200 moving EMA, if they cross under, all three of those cross under, you're definitely not gonna wanna go long. So you want to keep the momentum going up. You want the strong momentum. Strong momentum. Here was the no trade area. No trade area. These were potential trade areas right here. This was all potential right here. Good stuff. It just didn't go anywhere, and that happens. Up until, yeah, once this dotted line starts crossing down, boy, I tell you, it didn't go under though, did it? This third line did not go under this line, and they were all still above each other in the proper order, and that's why we got that. So it's a very risky, it was much more risky for this strategy, but I can tell you technically, if I had an artificial intelligence system, it would have been buying down here on these strong candles. That would have been a loss, that would have been a loss, this would have been a winner, this would have been a winner. Potentially, depends on what you're going for. If you're going for 2-to-1, which is all this strategy is asking for, 2-to-1. Let me see what would have happened here. Yeah, we wouldn't have got, these two wouldn't have worked. This one would have definitely worked, and that one would have worked. So, you know, just hoping that the 2-to-1 strategy and the winners will outweigh the losers, but You definitely don't want the three strategies. These three moving averages here tell me that the higher time charts are still going in the right direction. Now what we have is a potential downside swing. If we get this 100 and this 200, I guess you can use discretion on this and start to, I don't like trading in the middle, but you can jump the gun and get in a little bit too early where you think it's going to go down, because they're all pointing down. I do like to see that if I'm going to go short. Even this 400 EMA is now tipped to the downside, right? So any pullback up into this area, once the green candles are taken out by a red candle, once the red takes out the green, then we could try to short that. I'm not interested in doing it on this momentum right here yet, because we still have these above. These are still above, and anything can happen right now. It's, in my opinion, true momentum players would probably be taking this to the max, which is the red candles taking out the green candles. Once the red starts taking out the green, short, 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 and you make money when it starts to fall in price. I'm using a simulator. I still have my Apex accounts that I passed. I made on one of those today. We already took a trade to the long side, and I got, like I showed you, I think I showed everybody on this video here. Let's take a look at it. I'm only interested in longing right now, so I'm going to wait for it to rotate back up. But right here, I actually did not buy down here. I bought up here, which is why I wanted to quickly take a 1-to-1 once it started coming down. I didn't want, it did hit my 2-to-1 target up here, but I wasn't in it. I closed it right here. That was $64. Thank you, Lord. And then the bell opened. It was too close to the bell opening. I don't like getting in it when the bell opened. As soon as the bell opened, look what happened. Dropped right down here. That's why I got out. Now the bell's open. Now we're going to be looking for, this is a short setup right here. But it's not a strong one, because you have the 200 above the 400. There's mixed signals on the higher time charts on which direction this thing wants to go. Could it work? Yeah, it could work to the short side, sure. But the 200 hasn't fallen below the 400 yet, even though these are all down. So it's a semi-strong trade, not an absolutely great trade. It could work. We could short this, and it could work. It could also go spike up and stop you out. You could lose money on that. So when it's mixed, I don't like to take a trade. It wants to rotate this way, but yet it's coming down this way, and it's going up and going down, and you've got two signals, and it's where people get chopped and they get hurt. I've learned to just be patient. Patience is what makes you better in this, with life in general. Patience is such an important thing in life, but it does look like it wants to rotate down. Now, if this was below, it's borderline good for me, because as long as they're pointing down, as long as the moving averages are pointing down, they might not have to cross yet, but sometimes I'll get in early when they're pointing down. It hasn't crossed, but they're both angled down. So that's an interesting semi-strong setup. And I can see why people would want to short this. I absolutely can, and it probably will work. I'm just trying to pick a strategy and stick to it, and stop being wishy-washy and changing my mind all the time. Just being focused and determined. If I lose a trade, I want it to be a good loss. That's the thing about life, is you're going to have problems, setbacks, issues, challenges, and you're going to make mistakes, and you're going to fail at a lot of things in life. But did you do your best, or were you wishy-washy? Did you keep changing your mind? Were did you do it in faith, or did you do it in with a gambling mindset? I don't want to do that. So in my mind, this is only kind of good. It's not the best. So I'm not going to try to go short with this, go down to the downside. I'm going to wait for it to give me a stronger, good signal. But everybody trades differently, and everybody's got their own way of looking at the market. I can see people's when people start talking about how they trade, I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Well, I don't do it that way, but it makes sense. So I'm waiting for these to cross back up. You see how the 200 is not crossed below the 400? The 200 is still barely above the 400. So if we can get these three to get back up here, then I'll be looking for the kind of pullback, and then right in that area for the green to take out the red. But we got a little wait. We got to wait here. We don't know what the heck this thing's going to do. And as you can see, it's ambivalent, and so we can't take trades like this. You can't, this is not gambling. This is a real well thought out system. And it takes extraordinary patience and discipline. And I thank God for that. He's helped me get that over life. Life in general. So there's nothing to do. It's too flat, too choppy, too sideways. I already know what it's going to take for me to go short. I'm going to need to see this one to finally drop below this one, and then shoot down and then come back up and give me a strong red candles taking out the green that's going up. So it's just about to cross right now. But you can see, if you just look at these, how flat everything is. It's kind of flat. And if it keeps bouncing down here in these areas, we can just continue to chop sideways for a long time, which is going to be almost impossible trade unless you're a range trader. I'm not a range trader. I like to go with the flow. Finding the flow and determining which direction it's flowing in is the challenge. So we have a cross now. It did cross over. The danger here now is that it's just going sideways. And that's the danger. We do have the crossover now. The 200 did cross under the 5, and everything is in proper order. And there's an engulfing red candle there, but did it really go green very much? We could be seeing a little bit of a consolidation, getting ready for a breakdown. It could be the case. But because it's just in this sideways feel to me, it's not the best setup. You want stuff to be flowing, and that was not the best. These were the best right here. That one right there was the absolute best right there, I think. These were good right here. You know, it just looks like you're going to have to take some chances when it's borderline perfect. Get a perfect setup is very difficult. So you got to kind of go with, this is good enough. This is good enough. And right now it's not good enough because I just feel like it could come down here and fake you. I want to see it break down this way. Honestly, break down this way or break over the top of this. So let me just draw a box on this. I'm just going to tell myself, do not take a trade unless it breaks below or unless it breaks above. And now, if I can wait, that'll demonstrate patience and professional mindset. So I gotta just do nothing. And that's the hardest thing for traders to do because they're used to playing video games. It's like a video game for a lot of people. And that's why most people, you do the research on this, only 1% of people are able to really do well and donate, help the poor, and have enough money to, take care of themselves and other people. 1%. 1%. That is crazy. Like 5% can make a little bit of money and break even. They're not really losing money, but 80 to 95% of people that do this lose money. So it's breaking above my box here, and you can see how the moving averages are starting to cross back over one another. Let's take a close look at that because I want that dotted line in it, and they're all in order now. Everything's in order. So what I would need is a pullback, and I'm going to look for a green bar to take out whatever red bars are coming down in the correction. If it comes down in a correction, and it doesn't mean it's going to work. It's just the way I'm hoping that it works. Okay, so there's some red bars. You want the green to take out the red. See that little spike up there failed. Okay, that did take out the red. Ooh, see, that one would have been, I would have probably lost on that one. Now, we have some more potential trade here. If it's going too quick too, there's nothing you can do. I mean, your setup, sometimes perfect setups go so fast you don't even get a chance to take it out. If I see any kind of possibility here, it's back on top of that box now, so we could get a green candle here, taking out that red.
Order submitted.
Okay, I'm gonna try it right here. I'm gonna try it. Put my stop right underneath that pivot. Okay, we got green taking out red on top of that box. That's neat. I've got to reduce my... This is a simulator. I'm just... Okay, here it comes back down. And... Stopped out. Okay, that was like $38 loss in a different simulator. It's not my paid practice accounts. Oh, you're going to have losses, absolutely. That's why when I need a 2-to-1 return on this. That way my winners will outweigh my losers and you'll still be profitable. You only have to win, what is it again? Let me ask AI real quick to remind me what that is. You only have to win like 45% of the time if you have a 2-to-1 return. If you have a 2-to-1 positive return on your trading, what does your win rate have to be in order to be profitable? I think it's in the 40s. Let's find out what that is. $40 to 45% is all I gotta win to be profitable if I have a 2-to-1 return.
Order submitted.
Okay. That's a kind of a late entry. Kind of a late entry because I wanted to get in. I wanted to get in once it broke over the top of these candles here, but I didn't. So you see how I wanted to get in right here. All this red consolidation, it broke a trend line. It broke a trend line. That red consolidation is a good sign, and it couldn't sell here, so I should have gotten in right here, but I was too busy talking. And the only reason I took this trade is because it's a simulator, and that's the bad thing about trading with a simulator is you don't really take it that serious, because this is not the accounts that are important to me. They're not that important to me. But what's important to me is training my mind, though, and with taking a trade that's not good, it's not good for the mindset. It's really not. So I mean, everything's going up. It's bouncing off the top of this box again. If this one hits me for a loss, then I'm going to have to, I don't know what I'm going to do. It's a simulator, but with the simulator, you feel like you could just keep trading and don't worry about it. But
Stop, Phil.
okay, that didn't work either. And then you know what? I should have lost that one. This is where I should be taking the trade, maybe, because this is the better area. It's down here at the bottom, and if you're going to lose a little bit. You're not going to jump in way up here. So that's the thing about trading with a simulator, is that you kind of like break your rules a little bit easier. You're not thinking clearly. So trading with the real accounts really keeps you sharp, keeps you focused. Like right now, oh well, it's a simulator. On the real account, I'm up 64. On the simulator, I'm down 138. You see, I would have never done that. I probably would have never done this trade here if I was trading with my real Apex accounts, because that's how I'm going to get paid, Lord willing, is through those accounts. And I would never have jumped in way up here. Here is an engulfing candle, but you see the moving averages cross down, and now you get this up and down thing going. So let's I'm going to switch to a different 1000. Let's go with the 1000 tick chart so we can zoom out. This is an interesting area. Interesting area. This is could be the area to buy. Right here, you see these three moving averages are in the proper order. You got the faster ones dipping down, and then if this closes, okay, let's try this. I don't know if it's going to work. I think it's a good idea. This is a good idea. If it can't hold right here, then it's probably going to keep chopping. And you have to have a maximum amount you're willing to lose, and everybody has a set loss, and you don't just keep losing. You hit your limit and you stop. That's what every trader is trained to do. That's what we're trained to do. That's what they want to see. They don't want to see me just continue to take loss after loss after loss. They want to see self-control. So if I lose 3 or 4 or 5 times, remember, all I need is 45% win rate to have a paycheck. That means I can lose 55% of the time and still make money with a 2-to-1 return. That's what's trippy about this, is you can lose more than you win and still do well. It would have to come up here to be a 2-to-1 on that. Okay, this is definitely not happening. So I don't like to lose more than 250. I'm at 218. This is a simulator, but I don't want to start acting like a video game player. So I'm not timing it good here. I'm up 64 in the real account. Thank you, Lord. So right here with these real accounts, where'd they go? Let's close that down. With the real accounts, I lost another one. The Lord disciplined me. I was trying to play a video game mindset. He took one of these accounts from me. So these accounts right here have to get to 52,600 to get a paycheck. You can see right here I took a loss on the simulator, but on the real one I got $64. So that's up another $64 there. I'm not gonna be foolish with those accounts. And I'm almost hit my maximum loss here on this. And I might as well just think about, do I really want to take these trades anymore today? Yeah, you see how choppy sideways that is? That's very dangerous.
In the depths of every rhythm, there is something I can feel, like a hidden kind of presence, slowly showing what is real. Every thought begins to quiet, every doubt begins to fade. When I stop resisting everything and trust the way it's made. There's peace inside the chaos, there's calm inside the flow. Everything begins to open when I finally let go.
Order submitted.
All right, last trade. Win or lose. Win or lose. Last trade, and I will not be taking any more trades after this. And if you want to test me, I understand, but I hope I win this one. I hope I win this one.
Every breath becomes a rhythm. Every thought begins to slow. And I feel a deeper presence in the way the moment
Things could cook you, and who knows what the Lord's going to do. It will be the last trade. There's no doubt about that. So let me see what we got here in terms of music. Time to make another song.
Easier to enter when you play with the profits, right? I'm up 1.7, so I'm risking about
100%.
300.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do
That
you
was a
set
quick
a
trade.
limit? You set a limit for how much you want to protect as far as your profits go. You know you're up on the day. You already had a winning day, and if you see more opportunity, absolutely take it, right? But do you set a limit for it? I'm not going to give back more than X% of my profits for the day.
Yeah.
Overbought, right? Because that's essentially what this boils down to. And Matt, if you notice this, and we talked a lot about this in like endless podcasts and stuff before, so there's not hindsight on this. When this metric goes below 8, and this was just on TradingView, you can get it from the SIBO website. It's telling you that something is
Okay, what do we got? All right. Dystopian end time. Tunnel. I guess he wants to test me. Here we go. I will close it. It's time to close her on down. Whatever you want to do. God's testing. Okay, let's see what we got here. God is here. No, that's a different.
tell me I will never know fear.
I am definitely just going to close it down if that happens. There's nothing I can do, man. You just went too far down on me. You got me. Almost. Did it work? Now we gotta wait. Okay. No, where'd that song go?
Stop filled.
Yeah, I know. I'm closing it down. I'm done. I'm not going to lose another account. And this is exactly what the Lord wants to say. Okay. Okay, I'm done. It ticked me out, and I'm not going to keep trading this. Okay, so let's move. Live to see another day. All right, I'll talk to you all later. Aggravating, but oh well. You got to stick to your rules. So, and don't keep trading if you made your mind up. And even if it's like right at the tick, that's how trading is. It's very frustrating. So, all right.